Have you ever noticed that some fonts seem to be everywhere? Once you learn to recognize Helvetica, you'll start seeing it on street signs, company logos, packaging, transportation systems, websites, and even government communications. Helvetica is one of the most influential typefaces ever created, and its story completely changed the world of graphic design. Helvetica was developed in Switzerland in 1957 by typeface designer Max Miedinger. At the time, designers were looking for a cleaner and more modern visual language. The world was changing rapidly after World War II, and many designers wanted typography that felt objective, clear, and universal. Originally, the typeface was called Neue Haus Grotesk. A few years later, it was renamed Helvetica, which comes from Helvetia, the Latin name for Switzerland. What made Helvetica different from many other typefaces of its time was its neutrality. Most fonts have a personality. Some feel elegant, some feel playful, some feel aggressive or decorative. Helvetica was designed to avoid strong personality traits. Instead, it focused on clarity and balance. Its letter forms are clean, evenly spaced, and highly readable. This allowed designers to communicate information without the typeface drawing attention to itself. In other words, Helvetica helped the message become the hero. This philosophy became extremely important during the rise of Swiss design, also known as the International Typographic style. Swiss design emphasized simplicity, grids, structure, readability, and objective communication. Helvetica became the perfect visual companion to this movement. As Swiss design spread around the world, Helvetica spread with it. By the 1960s and 1970s, major corporations began adopting Helvetica for their visual identities. Companies wanted to appear modern, trustworthy, efficient, and international. Helvetica helped achieve exactly that. Brands such as Lufthansa, Panasonic, American Airlines, and many others used Helvetica as part of their visual systems. Designers appreciated that the typeface could work in almost any situation. It could appear on a business card, a billboard, an airport sign, or a product package, and still feel appropriate. One of the most famous examples of Helvetica's influence can be seen in transportation systems. The New York City subway adopted Helvetica because of its exceptional legibility and consistency. When thousands of people move through a city every day, clear communication becomes essential. Helvetica helped people navigate complex environments quickly and efficiently. The typeface became associated with reliability and order. As computers entered everyday life, Helvetica continued to thrive. Many early operating systems and design applications included Helvetica or Helvetica-inspired typefaces. Graphic designers around the world learned typography using Helvetica. For decades, it became one of the default choices for professional design work. Of course, Helvetica is not without criticism. Some designers argue that it became too popular. Others believe that its neutrality can sometimes feel cold or generic. In the digital era, new typefaces such as Inter, San Francisco, and Roboto were developed to address modern screen requirements. Yet despite these changes, Helvetica remains incredibly influential. Even today, designers continue to study it as an example of functional typography. Its success demonstrates an important lesson about design. Great design is not always about being louder, more expressive, or more decorative. Sometimes great design succeeds because it removes unnecessary distractions. Helvetica doesn't try to entertain you. It doesn't try to impress you. Instead, it quietly supports communication. That is why, nearly 70 years after its creation, Helvetica remains one of the most recognizable typefaces in the world, and now that you know its story, you'll probably start seeing it everywhere. If you enjoy learning about graphic design, typography, branding, and design history, follow Visual Design Journey for more lessons like this.